Over 1 year, 6 months in office, Ruto's government is coming out as still very clueless on governance. And that is giving the opposition and Uhuru Kenyatta's allies that room to mock the government and even the government supporters. I want us to have a look at some remarks made by Mutahi Kagwe as he is in Uhuru Kenyatta's government. In accordance to our traditions, when praying for an unborn child, we ask that they may become wealthy, a warrior, or a leader. We never pray that they become hustlers. Going forward, we should move Kenya from the notion of hustlers and hecklers to a wealthy and working nation. Mutahi Kagwe. Thus, Mutahi Kagwe, former CS Health. I want to put those remarks into perspective for Kenyans to understand what that means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. If you look on how Ruto campaigned, he used the hustlers narrative, where he promised he was going to form a government with the boda boda, mamamboga, watu wa viosk, maskini. That was the hustlers narrative. And a good number voted for Ruto, thinking that he was going to form a government with them. A government where we were going to see mamamboga boda bodas as the cabinet secretaries. Over 1 year, 6 months in power, hustlers are coming to terms with the reality that they are not in government. Ruto formed a government with his fellow billionaires and millionaires. The hustlers have been left on their own. And I'm saying that because on several occasions, we've been seeing areas that supported William Ruto crying and cursing that day. They woke up very early in the morning to vote for William Ruto. And from the look of things, if they keep their words, then most definitely they'll not vote for Ruto. They are a very disappointed lot. That's exactly what is happening here. So why is Mutahi Kagwe trying to bring this kind of a discussion that in our tradition, when praying for an unborn child, you don't brand that unborn child some names. Mutahi Kagwe was a very close Uhuru Kenyatta ally. Recently, we saw Uhuru attending a function on the mountain where he was widely cheered. Days later, we saw Kimani Ichung'wah being heckled in Kiambu. I strongly believe that Mutahi Kagwe is just trying to pass this hidden message that the ground has dumped Ruto. The mountain ground has dumped Ruto. And they have dumped Ruto because the hustler's narrative has not worked. That's the message I'm seeing Mutahi Kagwe trying to pass across. And now going forward, in my honest opinion, I'm seeing a Mutahi Kagwe and some leaders who align themselves with Kenyatta going to get more courage to tackle or to attack Kenya Kwanza Brigade on the mountain. In the event of an election being called on the mountain, then those who supported Azimio, they are going to have something to hold on to as they attack Kenya Kwanza government. But now the big question is, will the mountain make the mistake of electing Ruto and his team again come 2027? Will they make that mistake again? That's a question that only time will tell. But from the look of things, it's very clear that Ruto has not lived up to the expectations of those who voted for him, including the mountain residents. So again, if people are to be voted based on their performance, then most definitely the mountain will not vote for Ruto, because it's very clear Ruto made a promise that he has failed to fulfill. So if people are to vote based on the performance of a leader, the mountain will most definitely reject Ruto. Mutahi Kagwe's remarks also excites this kingpinship debate we have been seeing going on the mountain. Just yesterday, Rigathi said he'd rather lose his seat than to allow some people sell poison to his people. He was referring to the illicit brew. But if you look at it very objectively, is it true that the people Rigathi was defending, are they reading from the same page as Rigathi Gachagua? And I'm asking that question because yesterday we did an analysis where we saw some Mount Kenya residents from Nyandarua accusing Rigathi's allies as the ones selling the poison, the illicit brew. So I'm also seeing a situation where the mountain still yearns for Uhuru Kenyatta's advice, any direction. And that's why Mutahi Kagwe is trying to discredit the hustlers' narrative. They are still yearning for Uhuru Kenyatta's advice, any direction. Rigathi is being seen as a Ruto sycophant, an apologist who cannot represent the interest of the mountain people. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Mutahi Kagwe has just confirmed that Ruto and his team are getting more and more unpopular on the ground. As the hustlers narrative becomes irrelevant, Ruto and his team are clearly becoming unpopular in Mount Kenya. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Najua wengine wanajaribu kuniuzia uoga mimi. Oh, Deputy President, unajua hii watu ya pombe ni kali sana. Wewe na ni mtu ya kuchaguliwa. Si watu watakufukuza vile walifukuza Mutudho. So mimi niseme namna hii. Mimi sikuzaliwa kwa hii kiti ya Deputy President. Sikuzaliwa hapo. Nimepata tu juzi. Miaka hii ingine yote nilikuwa nakaa tu naendelea. Ninakula na ninakunywa. Na ninaendelea na mambo yangu. Sio lazima nikae hapo milele. Kama hii kiti itapotea kwa sababu ya kusema watoto wetu hatutakubali wauziwe sumu, niko tayari. Niko tayari.
Na tunauliza hivi, kwa nini sisi kama wenye biashara halali ndio tunafinyiliwa na masheria, na chang'aa bado inauzwa Nyandarua, bangi bado inauzwa? Kwanza bangi ndio inauzwa vizuri, na iko protected, inauzwa asubuhi na mchana. Na ndio tumesema hivi, hii sheria tunaipinga. Na tuseme hivi, wale watu wanauza pombe mbaya Nyandarua, tunawajua. Hao watu walikuwa financial wa UDA. Kuna pombe ilishikwa ya 54 million in Nyandarua, na hiyo pombe simu ilipigwa kutoka ofisi ya Gachagua, na hiyo pombe haikupelekwa kotini. Na ndio tumesema Gachagua